Hello, everybody. I am here to give Price McKinney simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. So, I'm going to dive right into this head first. This is honestly a subject I really do not want to deal with, but it bothers me because I keep hearing the same thing over and over and over again. Videos, articles, conversations, and it's a common thing now. And I understand where it comes from. Let me just say that from the onset. I get it. I understand where it comes from. Um, but what you talking about? I'm finna tell you. Trust me. We're gonna get into it. I understand where it comes from. I understand how it kind of morphed into what it is now. Um, but it's a problem. And this is for women. Okay. This whole segment is for women. And let me just I love y'all. I do. Y'all my peeps, you're my sisters. I really do. I want all of us to win, right? I do. I love you. Please understand that. But we've got to change this narrative. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've got to change this narrative. And that is this: the independent woman, right? I understand and hear me clearly. I've said this before. I've got plenty of women in my family. Most of my cousins are females, and they are doing their thistle. My sister, God rest her soul, held it down. Let's not get it twisted. Held it down. I've got aunts still extremely successful. The list goes on and on. So I'm not discrediting the accomplishments, the success of women. That's not what I'm doing. That's not my MO. But I need you to understand that telling a man you are an independent woman is not a flex for us. And depending on that man and his patience, and his tolerance, it, it depends. That's going to determine which way that goes. For men that are doing the same, holding on, got a job, paying bills. This is what that sounds like to us. For a woman to tell a man, I'm an independent woman, okay? That would be the same as us telling you, hey, I got a job. What? What? You're a man. You're supposed to. And if you're not, you should be looking. Something should say there should be some type of evidence that says, okay, he's not going to stay in this rut. He's not going to stay in this place. He's going. He might have got. He might be in a bad spot, but he's not going to stay there. So telling him, telling the man you're independent. This is. Let me slow down. This. You have to give a man room to be a man. His number one priority with you is to help you. Okay. If his motives are right, he's not, it's and I get it, there's some knuckleheads out there. I get it. And it goes both ways. But his number one priority is to help you. That's job numero uno for him, right? You have to give him space to do that. Because if you don't, this is what you're gonna make him feel like. He's gonna feel like you're stripping him of anything that he can do. And he's at a loss because he's at a disadvantage because there's nothing for him to do for you because you got it all. You're doing it all. I remember one time I opened the door for a chick that I don't need you to open the door for me. I understand you. I understand you don't need me to, but this is what I do. If you're with me, I'm opening the door. You don't touch a door. That's just one of my rules. It's not control, it's safety. Because that's on him. So it's not about what you can do, it's what he's willing to do. Only if you let him. Now there's some dudes I've seen this. I've seen it happen to me in 8 times. Woman, walk to the door. He's behind her, and she opens the door herself. No, wrong answer. Bam, wrong answer. But it happens. Everybody's different. Here's what independence is. And I normally don't read as I'm doing the video, but I'm for this. Not relying on someone else, not looking to others for opinions or guidance. So you're not even gonna listen to him. That's what independence is. He can't give you any advice. He can't tell you anything. He can't give you his opinion. What do you need him for? That's what the independence sounds like to a man. Now, here's the reality, folks. Here is the reality. We all need each other. We all need each other. Men need women. Women need men. There are things that I literally, even with doing Simply Put, I call women that I trust that are older. Some older, some around the same age bracket. And I get their opinions on, okay, I'm not what is a woman's view on this? How do you all feel about this? What is your thinking with this particular? Now, I'm not talking about this particular subject, but in general, if I have a question, I go to women and ask them because I'm not a woman, I'm a man. So my thought process is different. What I see is going to be different. The angle I look at it from is going to be different. So there's a balance that comes along with us needing each other, right? It's a balance. I don't know everything. She don't know everything. She don't know everything. I don't know everything. We learn from each other. We all need each other. Men are made to fix it and figure it out. And if you don't give him that space to move and operate in that function, he feels stripped. And and it's not so much that he feels less than the man. It's just he doesn't see that there's anything for him to do. He's got to have something to do. He's got to have his hands in something. That's just the way men are wired. He's got to be doing something. So if you want a man that's a man, and granted there are some who don't care to do anything. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about those of us who we got to make it happen, one way or the other. Not nothing crazy or retarded, but we got to make it happen. So you got to give him room for that. And to your credit, ma'am, being able to do on your own, being able to handle this by yourself, being single as long as you have been, and you've made it, you've survived, you've overcome everything that you've been through. Kudos to you. I applaud you for that. Because I understand life has not been peaches and cream. Everything ain't been, a bed of roses. I get it 100%. But on the same token, you declaring your independence, that's not attractive to a man. That's not what he needs you for. If anything, the fact that you are independent and that you can do for yourself and that you are doing for yourself, that is a plus if the right guy comes along. Because look at what you can build. Look at your starting point. Look at where the two of you are right now. If he's doing with now, his approach to you can't be cockeyed and crazy. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the good guy, the right guy, him. Look at your starting point. If you're already independent and you're doing A, B, C, and D, and he's already doing A, look at what you can build together, because that's the whole purpose of the relationship, is to build and grow together. And here's the beauty of all of this, folks. This is what I love about this. The relationship is designed and should be. It should be. Whether it is or isn't, that's the conversation y'all two got to have. The freedom for you to be who you are, ma'am, and the freedom for him to be who he is. Both of y'all live in that space of freedom whereby She's all that she can be. He's doing all that he can do. And together, the world is yours. Whatever you goal, whatever you attempt to accomplish, whatever you put in place, you two can make it happen. Because he's got your back, she's got his back. So if we're facing each other like this, we're back to back. Yeah, I know this looks crazy, but if we're back to back, whatever's coming this way, whatever's coming this way, somebody got it. So ain't no sneak attacks because we're together. We're covering each other. We're here for each other. Right? So that's the beauty of relationships. Is to be free to be who you are. And if you got somebody that's trying to control you and manipulate you and trying to turn you into what they want you to become, then you got to figure something else out because that ain't it. You can't put your thumb on me. You can't pin me down. You can't straddle me and keep me confined. That ain't it. It's not your job to control me. It's not that person's job to keep. Well, you do this. You do no. We're all grown here. Now you can make suggestions and you can make recommendations, but don't just go in guns blazing. You gonna do this shit? Nah. And I also understand. I'm gonna say this and I'm done. I also understand. Yeah, you got standards. You should. You're supposed to. But you also got to understand that everybody's human and ain't nobody perfect. You're not going to find the perfect person. You're not perfect. Right? So if you're not perfect, you're not going to find somebody that is because that's not how we're made. Yes, have your standards and have your, requirements and conditions or whatever. Fine. But you're going to have to compromise somewhere at some point. Now, I'm not saying to the degree that you have to change your identity and turn into somebody that you're not. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you're going to have to give a little bit of wiggle room somewhere. Because just like you're going to have to put up with something out of that person that I don't really want, they're going to have to deal with you the same way in a whole different category. Because what your issue is may not be that other person's issue. And that's just part of it. You're going to have to deal with something. You're going to have to deal with something out of that person that you don't like but you're going to have to work through it. It's called compromise. Everything is not going to be every little bitty thing. It's just not practical. It's not reality. It's just not. So again, to the independent woman, my sister, I love you and I'm here for you and I want us all to win. But making that declaration to a man that's a man, it's not a flex. He's not intimidated by what you do. He's not intimidated by your money, by your education, by your success. That doesn't bother him. That's not what he wants you for. Yes, those are pluses. Yes. Ultimately, he wants. How you gonna trade him? How are we gonna work together? How can we have conversations? What can we do? How can we have fun? Simple stuff. Simple stuff. Again, it's the whole purpose of a relationship is to build and grow together and to create a space where both of you can be free to move and how you move and do what you do. Again, I'm Price McKinney. This is Simply Put. Which I forgot in the beginning, so I'm gonna say it now. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Simply Put by Price McKinney. YouTube on Tuesdays. I know it's Wednesday. I had some technical difficulties yesterday. YouTube on Tuesdays. Simply Put podcast with your boy, Price McKinney. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you, I'll see you soon.